Welcome to a new lesson of Adobe Photoshop Lightroom Classic. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you will be able to fix spots, or also termed as healing spots, and skin texture. And later on, I'm also going to show you how you will be able to retouch your skin in Adobe Lightroom. Well, these are two of the main features, or like one of the most demanding type of feature photo editing software must have, because most of the photographers and also the editors need to do that to make the photo look a lot more better. So a software like a photo editing software cannot be deemed as good if it does not contain all of these features, such as fixing or like healing spots and also skin retouching. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just jump into the lesson where I'm going to be showing you how you will be able to fix spots, and then later on I'm going to show you how you will be able to retouch your skin. Well, why did I say like fixing spot first and retouching the skin later on? Well, I keep that to be coordinated or like correlated, because if you like fix the spots first, later on it is like very easy for you to do the skin retouching. But if you retouch the skin first and then later on do the skin like this spot fixing, it becomes a bit of a hassle. So just as I told you that you will obviously try to use, the spot healing first and then do the skin retouching, because after the skin as the spot removed, and it will be very helpful, and Adobe Lightroom will very easily scan the areas and fix the skin or like fix the retouching. Okay, so obviously you're gonna try to do the spot healing first and then go to skin retouching. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is going to import one of a photo from here from my drive. Okay, I have my photo over here on H, so I'm gonna do a select on here, and then I'm gonna like uncheck this photos. Okay, and then select the one which I actually need. And so I have my one selected. I'm gonna resize it to my screen, selecting it, and you can see that there are a couple of these spots which is visible in this photo. Okay, so we're gonna fix all of those without any further ado and without taking any hassle. But before that, what I'm gonna do is going to be let's say I'm gonna select this photo again, or keep it in such a way so that when I open this up, let's say let's two of these, or let's just go over here, loop A. But I'm gonna do is just click it to be over here. I'm done with it. So I'm also done with it, so I'm gonna lock and like this secondary display, but I'm not gonna need it. So what I'm gonna do is going to be copying this, or maybe like keeping it in such a way so that later on I can show it to you. Okay, so Control C and Control V again. Now I'm gonna do is all photographs, and from here what I'm gonna do is going to be keeping this different. I'm gonna do is go to files, or import like the same photo again if it's possible. Okay, I'm gonna do is click on H where I have my photo. From here I'm gonna click on it and import this again. So as you can see, it has opened up the same photo which I have over here, but it is showing me a lot more of the photos which I have. Okay, so I'm going to do is click on all photographs. So I'm going to use this photo only. So I'm going to click on this one and open this one. Okay, so as you can see that all of this is done. Now first what I'm going to do is show you the fixing the spots. So I'm going to like zoom in a bit. So I'm going to do is click on this. Now I'm going to zoom in. Let's say I'm going to keep this to be 33, and you can see that there are a lot of spots which needs a bit more like fixing. Okay, so I'm going to keep it to be 50, or like 66, whichever one I want. Well, 66 looks a bit more better. So first off, what you're gonna do to fix the spots is going to develop module. From here you will see right like on these tools there is a tool called spot removal, or you can also use the keyboard shortcut which is going to be Q. Okay, so first I'm going to click on this one, and when you click on this one you will see that there is a heal and there is also a clone, and you can see the size, feather, and opacity. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is going to be increasing the size. Now what I'm gonna do is click on it and go up where I want to fix it. Now click on it again. Now I'm gonna do is fix this part first, and it's gonna detect the part where it's going to be perfectly perfectly be masked. Now I'm gonna do is click on it again and fix the part when I want to fix it. So I'm gonna click on this part, and you can see that this part has been perfectly fixed too. I'm gonna click on this part and click on this part, and that is done. And keep that in mind that if you like select on it and then go down like this, it will just select the data. But you don't want to do that. Just I'm gonna undo it, Control plus Z, and when you want to go down or like go toggle through the screen, just deselect the tool and then go through the photo. Now as this the forehead is done like quite, now I'm gonna click on this part. Well, this is also perfectly fixed. Now I'm gonna like keep it on here, click on this tool. I'm gonna keep this one to be perfectly balanced, and also just remove the spots. I'm going to click on this part too, and you can see also the other parts where it has been selected to be fixed. So as it is done, I'm gonna like go out a bit. Now you can see that there is a scar over here. I'm also gonna remove it. So I'm gonna do is drag it with my left mouse key holding on it, and you can see that this part has also been fixed, and you can see no difference that if there was a scar or not, because Adobe Lightroom is a lot professional and helps you in such a way so that it doesn't look that it's artificial. I'm gonna select on this part too. Now you can see this part is also fixed, and you can like see that you cannot differentiate if there was spots in this part or not. I'm gonna do to this part too. I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna fix this part over here, and you can see this is also fixed, but it's not that perfect. But I'm gonna do is Control Z, and what I'm gonna do is going to be decreasing the size a bit more so that it doesn't take a lot more of that space. I'm gonna click on this part, and you can see this is now perfect. You can see this is a lot more better. Now I'm gonna do is click on this part again. I'm gonna do is select on this part, and you can see this is perfectly fixed. Now I'm gonna do is click on this part again and fix this part too, and you can see that the face has become a lot more better, and removing all of those spots. So I'm gonna do is remove this spot too. You can like use it however you want. Well, what I'm gonna do is going to be fixing this part and click on this part. Now you can see that this looks a lot more better than how it actually was, right? So you can see that the spots has been removed, and you can like fix it however you want actually. Okay, so this is not actually it. So what you can do is undo it by going to edit, or by pressing Control plus Z, which I do most of the time, so that it saves up a lot of time. You can see that I want to fix this part too, so I'm going to click on it and see if it actually is good. So if it's not good, just press Control plus Z and it will be done. Well, most of the part is actually done on removing all of the spots. So you can like remove this spot too. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to do is, let's say, remove the spot over here, and you can see this is perfectly done. And as it is done, what you're gonna do is going to be zooming out and see how it actually looks like. Okay, now you can see that this is a lot more better. Now I'm gonna do is skin retouching. If you want to do that, do the same step which I showed in the previous lesson if you've seen my masking object video. So what you're gonna do is going to be select the masking tool and then select the subject. After you select the subject, it's gonna do is like select the subject in your screen, or Adobe Lightroom is going to select or detect the subject in your screen or your photo, and then you can like do it on your own. So first what you're gonna do is going to be fixing the texture, then later on the colors. Okay, first I'm gonna go down and you can see the texture. Okay, so I'm gonna do is make it a bit more smooth. So I'm gonna do is keep it to be around 28 or like 25 so that it doesn't look that artificial. So let's say I'm gonna keep it to be 23. Minus 23 is perfect. I'm gonna increase the clarity a bit so that it doesn't look that unnatural or artificial. I'm gonna increase the dehaze a bit. So I'm gonna do is decrease the clarity a bit so that it doesn't look that bad. Now what you're gonna do is like fix the the saturation. Let's say I'm gonna keep it to be around 6. Okay, now I'm gonna keep it to be around here. Now increase or decrease the sharpness, whichever one you want. I prefer like decreasing it. Now what I'm gonna do is increase or like fix the temperature and exposure, whichever one you want. You can see if you go like back, you can see the skin is being blue, and if you go up, you can see the skin is turning yellow. Okay, but keep it in such a way so that it has the neutral color. So I'm going to do is you have to be specific, and you can see that it has a bit of purple-ish type of color where it is where the neutral color is. So I'm going to keep it to be -1, which is like perfect. I'm going to also decrease the tint in such a way so that it looks perfect in a way. Now you can see we have like neutral colors. When it has, you will see or deem that it is perfect. Now you can also do a lot more of those stuff by exposure, contrast, and highlights. Well, but I'm gonna skip it because that is how you will be able to do these steps on like fixing the spot and retouching the skin. So hope you guys like understood everything in this lesson on how you will be able to fix spot and then skin retouching in Adobe Lightroom. So thank you for watching this video and staying with us. If you didn't like understand anything, just let us know and we will also guide you how you will be able to do these steps again and again. But just follow these steps and you will be able to do it, okay? And thank you again for staying with us.